Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Nick Gray, and today I'm back with another smartphone camera comparison with the all-new Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and comparing that with the Pixel 6 Pro, which I'm using to record right now. As I do in all of these smartphone camera comparisons, everything that you see in this video is recorded on these two devices, so just keep an eye on the bottom of the screen to see which device and which cameras from that device are being used. So without further ado, let's jump into it and see some side-by-side photo and video comparisons between the Galaxy S22 Ultra and the Pixel 6 Pro. Let's get to it. I'm sure by now everyone has the camera specs of these two devices completely memorized, but for those who don't, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra has a 108 megapixel main sensor on the back with two 10 megapixel sensors for 3x and 10x magnification, and then also a 12 megapixel sensor for its ultra-wide camera. The selfie camera on the front is a 40 megapixel sensor, and all of these can actually record 4K video at 60 frames per second, with the main 108 megapixel sensor going up to 8K at 24 FPS. As far as the Pixel 6 Pro goes, there's a 50 megapixel main sensor on the back, and then a 48 megapixel 4x telephoto camera and a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. And all of those can record 4K video at 60 frames per second. And then there's an 11.1 megapixel selfie camera on the front of the device that maxes out at 4K 30 FPS. And this here's a look at video capture from the selfie cameras on both of these devices. Now, I mentioned this a couple of times with a couple other camera comparisons with the Galaxy S22 Ultra, the fact that it has a 4K video capture from the selfie camera, but the Pixel 6 Pro actually does as well. One of the very few devices that's on the market right now that does have 4K video capture from that selfie camera. So hopefully this is a good comparison to see just how much more resolution this has compared to some of the cheaper devices or just some of the other Chinese brands that are on the market right now that don't have 4K cameras. Hopefully there's a really good comparison here for you to take a look at. Here's a look at video capture with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and the Pixel 6 Pro. Starting off with the ultra wide, moving into the main camera now, and then moving to the zoom cameras, 4x zoom on the Pixel 6 Pro and 3x on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Of course, that does have the 10x zoom as well, getting in significantly closer than what the Pixel 6 can do. And here we have it, video capture from the Pixel 6 Pro and the Galaxy S22 Ultra in low light conditions. Starting off with the ultra wide camera, moving into that main sensor, typically always the best one in capturing low light videography in situations like this. And then moving into the zoom 4x on the Pixel 6 Pro and 3x on the Galaxy S22 Ultra, though you can punch it in all the way to 10x, which honestly does an incredible job. Even though it's a little bit dark, this is a lot of detail in situations like this. give you another clip here just to show you how the stabilization is on both of these devices while walking. It's honestly really impressive what you can do. Both of these locking in on a specific frame and trying to keep that in focus. So you do see it jump around a little bit, but that's because it's a digital crop just a little bit in order to keep that specific spot in focus. And here we have a look at video capture from the selfie cameras on both of these devices. On the screen, it's really hard to tell which one is doing a better job. It seems there might be a little bit more detail on the Galaxy S22 Ultra over the Pixel 6, though the Pixel 6 video does seem to be just a little bit brighter. So we'll have to see what this actually looks like on the computer once it's edited together. And that's going to do it for this camera comparison between the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and Google's Pixel 6 Pro. Let me know what you think of the results in the comments below and which device you would rather use on a day-to-day basis for capturing your photos and videos. I do have a couple more camera comparisons with the Ultra, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for those. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.